Okay, welcome to ANZCRL Combined Racing League's Round 5 of the Open GT3 Sprint Cup. The penultimate round here at Zolder for 2 races. It's a night special, so we're just into qualifying. I'm your host, Woody Lizard, and alongside me is Dark Racing 40.
Howdy Woody, good to be here at Zolder in Belgium. So a fun little track here tonight. So the track's steep in history here. So we're looking for some good racing here tonight.
Yeah, I think so. But this man on our screen, Commander Jim, this is basically his moment. He needs to pull a cat out of the hat here tonight to keep his championship alive. 12 points off his teammate. He basically needs to try and win the round tonight, obviously, for obvious reasons. 5 points difference from first to second for the round win. So he'll be planning to try and put a lot of pressure on his teammate, Night Havoc, early on in these first couple of races to see if he can come out on top tonight.
Speaking of the man who's in top here, that'll be him here, Night Havoc in the Porsche.
Yeah, so they're 1-2 in the championship, but he's been outstanding, hasn't he, Darky, throughout the series?
Oh yeah, the absolute cream of the field here in the Porsche. So the only blemishes was Bathurst, but yeah, besides that, he's been practically unstoppable. So we'll see how he goes here tonight. The man who was fastest in qualifying has already picked up a penalty is Whopper here in the McLaren. So Whopper needs to do the best performance he can tonight to negate the penalty which he's picked up in qualifying practice. Sorry, so hopefully he can bang it on pole, and he only dropped 1 position, so that's not so bad then.
Yeah, definitely, and 20-minute sprint race to kick off the night, and then obviously we have the feature race after that, the 45-minute with a mandatory stop, so it'll be all action aplenty. And we've also got the return of the P51 Sim Sports with Tim and Jack in that BMW M6.
Yes, Tim.
So yeah, Commander Series signed up early in the series to run this car, but been caught in quarantine and has not been able to run it. So he's relied on Highlander and a few others to drive this car. And Tim and Jack is taking it now for this round here to hopefully get a good result.
He said he has struggled. He said the main thing he struggled with the car was when he gets on the power, it just lost at the rear tyres. So he's just been struggling trying to get the car on power smoothly, not wanting to over rotate when he gets it on the loud pedal. So that's been his biggest struggle he's had so far. So.
Yeah, okay.
And also another.
He was the fastest on Thursday, though. He was officially the fastest of the open drivers on Thursday.
Yep.
And then in that practice session, I think it was about third. I think he was, Starkey, that we just had.
I believe so. Yep.
Yeah.
So another change also for this weekend here is Matty seeking. The Cadillac couldn't be imported into Belgium. So he's had to swap into Aston Martin now. So he's gone with high-vis.
It gives me the old look of the old mellow yellow car from Days of Thunder.
That's it. But yes. So Matty will be running the Aston Martin in this race. And I believe he plans to switch to the Z4 for the next one, I think it is. Or is he going to stick with the Aston? Yeah. So we'll find out.
Find out. He's a man of many talents. Oh, see, as you can see, getting airborne, and also the McLaren missing the chicane.
So as I say, people get it wrong there. We've seen tyres come off the ground for that chicane. So Whopper's banged on pole right now. So he's the fastest out there right now, but he does have that group penalty, so that's going to cost him. So he's Night Havoc. He was second quickest in practice, so we'll see what he can do, if he can come up the order anymore.
Yeah, 5 minutes remaining. Beautiful part of the circuit here as they come into turn 7, the Jill Villeneuve chicane.
Oh, he's missed that massively. So
yeah, the rears look like they bid on him there, and then into turn 8.
But Jim's just coming out pit lane now. So Jim's in third right now, so he's doing a good chance right now. Night Havoc's all the way down in 8th. As Beast staying in the Ferrari now jumps up into second.
Geez, the times are getting hot here, 33, so they're looking pretty good, the open division at the moment. Will we see a 32 before end of the qualifying?
Early time will tell. I think someone just moved. Oh, Blue Falcon just jumped up into third now in the Renault. Oh, there goes Cammy, just went into third now in the Renault too. So the 2 Renaults are showing good here in Belgium. This might show to their strengths a little bit more.
Yeah, the Team NVIDIA Renaults Kemi's doing a good job. He's got some very fast pace there, but yeah, he's obviously the rear end then just getting away on him, lighting it up a bit too early. But here's his teammate, Blue Falcon. Missed a few rounds throughout the season, so that's hampered his championship position. He's currently lingering in 8th position. He would be a lot higher if he didn't miss a couple of rounds. So
Quick Mix missed the chicane there in the Acura.
it's going to be more of a twilight race for race 1, and then I believe it's going to be 8 p.m. start, I think, so it'll be a bit darker race for the feature race. So
yeah,
headlights will be on.
Yep. So GT3 Gaming it was doing pretty well in Fuji till at a couple of instances. Not doing that well here. He's back at the grid right now. Just struggling to get the Bentley to do what he wants it to do.
Yeah, currently 5th in the championship. A bit disappointing that we just found out also throughout the week that he's not going to be able to make Imola, so that's going to be a bit disappointing, because as a rule state here at ANZCRL Combined Racing League, they can't get a reserve driver for the final round. So that's also going to hamper also the P51 Simsource BMW with Tim and Jack. But Tim and Jack can obviously still run at Imola. He still wants to run at Imola, and he'll be a wild card entry, so he may select a totally different car and see what he comes up with at Imola next week.
And so Matty Zegan jumped up in the second in the Aston Martin. So the Aston's proven to work quite well here at this track. It is quite a hard car to get your head around. It doesn't like to do, well, a lot of anything except for just be fast in a straight line, but here it seems to be working well. So,
well, he jumped through that clean chicane there, Klein, I think it is. Is it Klein? Chicane turn 5?
I wouldn't have a clue. But so far, if Matty can stay
Is a famous driver, Klein? Is there a Klein or someone? Klein?
Probably Clean. But yeah, so if Matty can stay where he is, with Whopper's grid penalty, Matty's going to inherit pole here, so...
Yeah, he's only just in front of B-Stang, and it looks like B-Stang, well, he's in the pit, so he's not going to get another lap in, so B-Stang's parked it.
No,
only
if he leaves now, he can get 1 lap in. That's all he'll get in. But I think he's probably parked it here.
So what's Matty got? Is he going to put this thing on pole? He's going to have it on pole anyway.
He's just ran right there.
Yeah, and that might invalidate this next lap as well.
Tim's just jumped up in the second now. So the Beam is now jumped up into second now. So unless someone can actually
be on pole.
Yeah, so unless someone can knock off Whopper, Matty's just parked it. He's done.
So they're only looking at probably, well, Night Havoc still all the way down in 6 as well. But Commander Jim, the man that we said earlier, look at all these times though. They're all in the 33s. A second separate nearly the whole field of 10 drivers.
Night Havoc still in 6. Can't go any faster, but Jim's all the way down in 9th. This is not what he wants. He's got... he might be able to sneak in an extra lap here.
Yeah, he should be able to, but this is make or break really, these races. As we know, it's half points for race 1, so he's not over and out, definitely. If he can get a podium result here in race 1 and then win the feature race, he's in a good chance of still taking out the round victory. And that's what he's actually chasing. It's been a pretty hotly contested championship between the two teammates. So Commander Jim's sort of been there or thereabouts to Night Havoc.
Well, you can see... yeah, so Jim should be able to get in, sneak in 1 more lap here. Nope, he's pulling
into the pits.
Doing a practice pit stop. So Jim's done. So let's have a look here at Night Havoc. Let's see if he can pull a rabbit out of the hat. This will be his last lap. Oh, that's wide. Hopefully that doesn't give him the slowdown. So Whopper's still on track. So Tim, Matty at B-Stand can't beat him. Cammy can probably beat him. Whopper's just parked him now, so... Night Havoc, Blue Falcon, Cam are the only ones who can actually knock off Whopper if they're able to go quick enough here. So we'll see what happens with Night Havoc. Into the final chicane. Yeah, the run out onto this straight is so critical. And no, Night Havoc stays in 6. Here's Cammy, and where's Blue Falcon? So can Blue Falcon cross the line? Can he improve? No, he cannot. So we're just waiting on Cammy now. And the other Renault. unless Cammy's able to find that 0.3 of a second here. It's going to be Whopper's going to get the pole, but Tim's actually going to inherit the pole due to the grid place penalty. And no, Cammy's doing a practice pit entry too. So that pit entry can be quite difficult as well. So you can see him rolling up there in the top left. So that's it for qualifying here. So Whopper puts the McLaren on pole with Tim Jack in second, but due to a grid place penalty, the McLaren will be dropped to second and the Beamer will inherit the pole. Matty Seekins switching from Cadillac to Aston Martin gets third. B-Stang in the Ferrari is fourth. Cammy in the Renault is fifth. Night Havoc, the championship leader, is down in sixth. Blue Falcon in the other Renault in seventh. Gear 3 Game in the Bentley has improved his pace a little bit in eighth. Commander Jim, Night Havoc's teammate and rival for the championship, is way back in ninth, and Quick Mick in the Acura is all the way back down in 10th.
Yeah, but look at those times though, Darky, as we said earlier, you know, less than a second separating the top 9, 1.2 seconds for the top 10, so this is very competitive here tonight.
Yep, so only one person not sneaking into the 33s, but that's ultra competitive for the open lobby.
Quick Mick, but look, we'll see how it all goes. So we'll get the guys into the next part of the race. They got their 2-minute ready up time to make sure that they get their setups loaded.
That's it.
Now, basically, the guys, they'll hold their formation throughout this formation lap. They'll ignore the green lights because the green lights set the cars off just as they come out of the chicane, and the rest of the field's still trying to get through the chicane. So the leader will have control of the race up to the starting strip. So we should see that the field will hold up until around then, when then the leader will decide to go. So
I believe
20 minutes, no pit stop, so it's a big sprint race.
Hopefully no pit stops.
Hopefully, yeah. We always know there's a bit of action there. Obviously, some of the cars run wide in turn 1 too. Turn 1, sorry, and then up in the dirt there. In between that and the pit exit area.
I think
cost them a lot of time.
I think the crucial areas to watch on the first lap will be the turn 1 entrance and exit, the turn 3 technically curb on the inside if anyone touches that runs wide, and the first chicane, because people will be coming in a lot quicker than what they thought because they got the draft, and then they're going to miss their brake marker. So those are going to be the crucial areas on this first lap here.
Yeah, we normally also see into the turn 9, it's sort of like the hairpin, the tightest corner, up the back end of the circuit. Sometimes you see a few cars miss their, as you said, that they might just brake a little bit too late, and they'll be trying to avoid cars, and that can get them out wide and cost them a bit of time as well. But as you said, the troublesome areas is definitely turn 3's the inside curb. Also running out of wide on turn 4 before that lead up to the first chicane. That can cause a few dramas. And turn the chicane there, clean chicane and the Gilles Villeneuve chicanes. Obviously, where the drivers have to make sure that they're very on the ball and know what's happening around them.
That's it. So Tim and Jack, will this be his first pole?
Yes, it will be his first pole. Especially for this series. I don't know within ANZCRL, but it'd be pretty close. But he has been in the Tier 2 stuff quite regularly, so he may have dragged a pole here or there, but congratulations to Tim and Jack anyway. He's obviously representing P51 Sim Sports in this number 100 BMW M6. What is it? The Schubert BMW. Those Renaults are going to probably be in the mix of things at the end of this race, I reckon, if they can keep it clean. We have to see a very controlled race by this man, Commander Jim. He's just going to have to try and follow Gear 3 game and get settled in the first couple of laps and then make his charge, I think. If he pushes too hard, he's got a lot of hard charges in front of him, and it may end in tears. So he's just got to have a controlled race. Whopper's still going to be happy to be alongside Tim and Jack. As we said, he was officially the pole man, wasn't he, Darky? But that one grid penalty.
That's cost him. So the interesting thing here is going to be for Night Havoc, because this will be like the first time that he's sort of in the mid-pack here for like someone's racing here tonight. So we'll see how he goes.
That's true, yes. Yeah, definitely.
So Tim's picked the right-hand side, so he'll be on the outside for the first corner.
Yeah, that's a different sort of option there.
So these guys are going to have to be careful here through the chicane. They don't hit each other. Just take it nice and slow.
So they'll still hold formation. They won't go at the green light here. As you can see, they're still forming up. And the leader of the race has the go, so you should see him probably hit the hammer anytime soon.
Holding. Now it should be green. Away we go.
Oh, yeah, he's taking it right to the line.
Oh, it looks like Quick Mix making an awesome jump in the background around gear. Hard down the inside here.
And as we expect from the open division.
No.
Oh, that's Commander Jim, maybe. No, it's Night Havoc.
Night Havoc and
Big
Commander Jim, both of them have both been involved here. But Night Havoc looks way more damaged, so the two leaders at the back here.
And Whopper's actually jumped Tim, so Tim and Jack, so Whopper is in the lead of the race as
look
they
at this. Here comes
tearing down.
This is almost right. Matty's down the inside into the chicane. Can he get stopped in time? He does, but he's cut the curve there, bounces over and knocks over the bollard. Here comes the Ferrari.
He won't worry about any slowdown penalty. He's got the lead of the race. That's all he wants, Matty. And look at the B stang around the outside of the BMW. There's been a touch. The big BMW. Mount Monster in everyone. The Whopper.
Whopper now inherits the lead here, and Matty got shoved off to the right there.
And look who's second, third, Blue Falcon in that Renault. The highest position that we've seen the Renault in for quite a while. I think Cammy got a third position at, I'm trying to think, it was round 3, I think it was.
So Matty's all the way back down here in 8th in the Aston Martin, so in between the two Porsches.
Yeah, so Le Mans Bugatti was the last time we've seen the Renault on the podium for race 1 for round 3. So can Blue Falcon continue and pressure B Stang?
Oh, look at that Porsche Commander Jim just run massively wide there.
But anytime he's in front of his teammate, he's going to be happy. So if he can try and continue on and push on here and try and gain some more positions.
I say Cammy's had to spin the backhand because he's dropped down to 20 seconds behind here. Oh,
Tim and Jack.
He's up in the dirt there, and that sounds like a Ferrari.
And someone else is off.
That's B Stang. He's now turning around.
Oh no, so we've missed something there. Something's happened, so causing that to happen. So Blue Falcon is into second.
And look who's in third now. Quick Mick in the Acura.
Well, there you go. We were saying that how he hadn't seemed to be getting to grips of that, but he'll be now, knowing that he's behind him too in that big Bentley. The Bentley should be able to hold up Tim and Jack as well. So Blue Falcon and Quick Mick look like they could get their best result of the season here for race 1. This is going to look tremendous with it in the next race when it's a lot darker as they come through the Gilles Villeneuve chicane.
So Whopper's out in front. Quick Mix picked up a time penalty, but that won't really worry him too much. GT3 struggles to get that big Bentley to stop and turn.
So here come the Porsches too behind that BMW of Commander Jim first, and then we've got Matty Seekin and Night Havoc all the way into 8th position. He, as you said, Ducky, he's not really accustomed to being comfortable in this position. He hasn't been in there too often, other than when he pits early and he comes on through the field. So he hasn't pitted early, obviously, in this race. So we'll see what he's got in him to get through this pretty angry pack.
That's it.
It's midfield.
So Jim now needs to try and maximise as many points as he can in this race. Even though there's less points, but all points still count. You need to get
definitely
as far ahead up as you can ahead of Night Havoc here. The reason why Matty couldn't get the Cadillac into Belgium because it's a banned item. No Cadillacs are allowed in Germany, so he's had to switch to Aston Martin.
And no,
Oh, Tim's had to slow down.
What's going on there? No, the race is already on for the first race. You can join him in the second one, mate. We've got 15 minutes remaining. So if you want to join in the stream, watch the race, and Nürburger should be in for race 2 in his Audi R8. And R7.
He's Night Havoc trying to battle on with Matty Seeking and Commander Jim. Tim Jack in the background there at the Beamer.
Yeah, look at that front bumper. Yeah, it's a little bit damaged, but this is going to be a hot little battle. Gear 3 game, and this is going to be his final outing in the Bentley here of the series, as he can't make the final round at Imola. And I'm sure he's going to be really looking forward to trying to get onto this podium. He's got every opportunity here right at the moment. Commander Jim's been able to, oh no, he was already in front of Matty Seeking, but Commander Jim's just there lingering in the background.
That's it.
Actually, not quite as fast as you'd think at the moment. Commander Jim in the 35s. Night Havoc's in the 36s as well with a time penalty, so things aren't going well for Night Havoc, but Whopper, 4.5 seconds lead, out very comfortable in the lead in that Darrell Lee McLaren.
So I say Night Havoc doesn't have the aero package that he wants, so he's just having to hang on for it right now. There's a leader, Whopper in the McLaren. He's out to a 4-second lead. The only person in the 33s, everyone's in 34s, 35s, 36s, because they're all battling away.
Yeah, there's no reason that is pretty in clear air too. Whopper can just do his own laps here. These guys here, obviously Blue Falcons get distracted by the lights behind him with Quick Mick. Gears already just picked up a penalty as well, probably cutting that final chicane, or that Jill Villeneuve chicane, because it only just popped up on our screen, so and they've only just passed that area.
So that's what Commander Jim we wanted to see.
This is all the chicanes are famous drivers as well. This is Jackie Hicks chicane. So it's nice to see the Acura here up in 3rd position, and see if it can climb up into 2nd.
Well, if you look at the lap time of the leader in Blue Falcon Heaven, he's pretty much sticking pace with everyone else. So Gears picked up at least a 2-second penalty, I'd say.
Yeah, it could give
look at
the
his lap
position
time,
to Commander Jim, but
1:37, so he dropped 2 seconds. I say he's picked up a 2-second penalty. So here's Jim trying to hunt down Gear 3 Gaming.
Yeah, both the Porsches are in the 34s now, so look at this. It's only, look, he's right on that tail of that Bentley now.
Big wiggle from Night over there.
So he might just stay on this battle here. Oh,
really cuts that
Bentley.
corner. That's going to pick up another penalty. Sent it flying across the curve as the bollard finally landed. So Jim, try and have a look at there, but it's not really an opportunity. You've got to really make sure you're really set up before you attack it.
I think this is where he needs to try and make the move up over the hill here, and then coming down into turn 9, try and get it down the inside. But this Bentley's such a big car that he can sort of cover that area, the braking area.
That's it. Oh, slide from gear.
Bit taily there in the rear, as you're saying. But here we go. Can we see Commander Jim maybe set him up into turn 1 as well? We know the Porsches are good on the brakes, so get a
he's struggling to pull that Bentley up. That's going to cost Jim a big wiggle.
Oh no! So here we go. We're on board. His Commander Jim takes 4th position from Gear 3 Gaming. And there you can see the Porsche taking that position.
Yeah, just
nice camera angles.
Struggling with the rear end of the Bentley. As you can see, it's still sliding around.
The afternoon sun here at Zolder as we're going to prepare for a night race later on.
As we go on board the Aston Martin, as you can see, Gear 3 Gaming sliding that Bentley around in front of him. The only car, the biggest motor, is Gears going wide. Just touched the dirt there.
Kept the hammer in it.
That's it. And now Matty Seeking jumps out of a position now.
So Gears just overdriving, as we normally say, just in this little part of the race, which is just costing him. He's just got to settle down. He can still get that position back on Matty. But look at the battle also starting to happen here up the back. And not right now, but between Beastang and Kemi. If Kemi keeps going, you may find that he might be on the battle with Beastang in that Ferrari later on. There's about a 2-second gap at the moment between the two.
Yeah. And
Beastang's Ferrari is evident there of the damage at the front of that car. So that was on lap 2, I think, or lap 3 that he had that problem.
That's it. And his lap times are nowhere near right now, 39. So they are the slowest of the bunch right now. Look at this little train of cars: Porsche, Aston, Bentley, Porsche.
Yeah, nice.
So this is 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh wait, no, the 2nd and 3rd are starting to fall back into these guys here. So they're all starting to bunch up a little bit now.
Yeah, so they've only just gone half race distance, so 10 minutes remaining, and don't count out these Porsches still coming 2nd and 3rd in this race. If Night Havoc can do something sensational with that battered up Porsche at the back here at the moment in 7th.
So Commander Jim,
he
doesn't have a time, but he's looking pretty. Yeah, he gets healthy up in that curve there. Still keeps it. He's just a little bit of time. That's right. So Jim's the only person who doesn't have any time penalties. So depending on how much time penalty Quick Mick is, Jimmy could snag a 3rd here.
Ever so every lap though, Whopper's still in these 33, so he's extending this gap lap after lap. All Commander Jim right on the back of Matty Seeking.
So that's a change for position because Jim was ahead of
Yeah, he was. So Matty's made a move.
Quick Mick's had a bit of a tank slapper there in the Acura. There's Blue Falcon and Renault. Here comes the Acura. There's Matty. Oh, and here's Team Jack with a lot of damage out front of that Beamer. Struggling now.
Yeah, we'll see them come back stronger in the feature race, I'm sure, though, because they've got some pace, especially that the BMW and the Ferrari of Beastang. So looking forward to the feature race to see what they can do. But at the moment, Matty's gone wide in the final chicane. He's bummed it up.
Here comes the Porsche.
Giving back that position to Commander Jim.
So just about 8.5 minutes remaining now. This all super close to each other. They can all see each other. Look at that. So that's the thing. If you can see the car in front, sometimes that gives you a little bit more incentive to try and drive a little bit cleaner, a little bit smoother.
Oh, definitely.
So Whopper's still in front. He's down to the 35. So everyone's just a bit slower than him. Matty's second in 35 as well now.
So look at this. Matty's just loves bouncing over these the first chicane, doesn't he?
That's
through
it.
The clean chicane through turn 6 here. They've got to get the set the car up here on the left, ready for the Gilles Villeneuve chicane. The car can get unsettled there on that little dipping down on the left-hand part of that chicane.
Cammy and Beastang did swap positions, but they've just swapped back around. So Beastang's ahead of Cammy now. So they're dealing with some damaged cars because their pace is really chopped off like Tim and Jack. They're in the 45s to 48, so they're really struggling with their cars right now. So they'll be happy with this race to be over. But here comes the pack. They're starting to close down onto Blue Falcon and Quick Mick.
Yeah, so this positions for 2nd and 3rd is still well and truly alive. Plenty of time in this motor race.
Well,
it's a timed race, so depending how Whopper goes, he may squeeze out an extra lap.
Quick runs wide there. You got to be careful of that curve there. So he's doing well, 35. So he's sticking the pace to everyone else. Commander Jim and 34s behind him. This might be just the fact that the guys in front are just a bit slower and it's affecting the area of the guys behind him. But everyone's pretty much running a similar pace now.
Yeah, that's it.
Here's Jim. So Jim's close enough here to capture these two guys on time, and say we'll bring up the time shortly. It's a 1 and a 2 second penalty for him, for his favour.
So at the moment, it looks like Quick Mick is actually wanting to get by Blue Falcon, so that Acura is starting to really get better in the fuel load as it goes down. He looks like he's very comfortable in that car.
He's
sort of getting held up by Blue Falcon in a few spots.
And that's bringing Commander Jim into him as well.
Yeah, and effectively Commander Jim, if he stays here, will get second, because if he can get really close, Blue Falcon, actually Blue Falcon only had a second penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
But Quick Mick has 2.
Yeah.
So he needs to try and pass Quick Mick if he's going to try and get this second spot.
Or at least make sure the gap between these 3 are about just under a second, and he'll snag the 2 of them.
Yeah, but as we said, this is make or break for Commander Jim. This round, he really needs to get in top of his teammate if he's going to challenge for the championship. Currently 12 points.
No,
big moment for Quick Mick.
Oh, just as the Aston Martin comes down, here comes the Porsche. Oh, dodges, and the Bentley. That
was close.
That is seriously close. Quick Mick was looking on for a good podium now, and unfortunately he's dropped it.
Yeah, that to be a bit frustrating for Quick Mick, because as we were saying, he definitely was on charged for that podium. But Commander Jim, now all he needs to do is get within 1 second of Blue Falcon, which he is currently, and he'll pick up second position.
But also look who's coming up as well, Night Havoc.
Yeah, in 5th.
This is not really what Jim wanted to see. Jim would want to see him a little bit further back.
But just depends what the time penalties is between Night Havoc and Gear. But I believe Gear's probably got more penalties than Night Havoc, because we did see Gear off the track a couple of times.
Gear's
still in.
car looks a lot stronger than Night Havoc's. So he doesn't have the aero damage, so...
That's exactly right, yeah. Gear's car seems to be undamaged. I don't think he's been involved in an incident. He's just had a few little moments, yeah. He's looking down the inside here into the hairpin.
Is he going to pull it off? No. Thinks about it, but he just backs out the end there.
Nice driving by most of these open drivers tonight. As we've become to expect, they have been absolutely brilliant throughout the series. Their racing has been close and hard, and not many incidents. A few guys just making a few little silly errors where their concentration's just been lapsed a little bit. I tell you what, Whopper will be very happy out in front at the moment. He was fairly fast last week at Fuji, and just had a few technical issues.
Here's Commander Jim's closing up on Blue Falcon. Don't think he's been able to make a move here.
He'll definitely be wanting to make that position stick on merit over just taking it from a time penalty. Commander Jim, he'll want to try and make that move, give him a lot of confidence going into this feature race.
Wow.
He's just bouncing over chicane.
He's just pounding like there's no tomorrow, because he loves when he beats off him. But the Bentley's looking much, much stronger here than Night Havoc, so that aero damage is really costing Night Havoc, but he's hanging in it well.
He's doing a good job, actually. He's composed himself really well after having that incident. Both him and Commander Jim were last after the first lap, or into the first corner. They got tangled up.
So here's Whopper out to a 12-second lead. Clearly the fastest man on track, because he's the only one who's got no one around him.
So he should have this lap and another to go, so we should finish on 14 laps.
So he's one of them in no man's land. Oh, there it is, Cammy.
There's Cammy.
Having a spin there at turn 1. That's not as dramatic as Quick Mick's spin in front of everyone else here.
No, it wasn't. That was a heart-raising moment there for especially the Porsche. I think of Night Havoc.
I think it was a heart in mouth moment for everyone behind him, because he kind of spun right in the line where they were.
He came out in front of the Bentley, and then Night Havoc, I think, was the one that they were trying to avoid, but doing a good job.
I think Commander Jim's kind of just gone, I don't have enough to get him truly. I think he's just happy to settle, then I'll take the time penalty position on him. But I love it, because he's not trying to push much. I think he's just trying to keep the car saved. Here's Matty Seekins in the Aston Martin. Doing well. Nice recovery from that little spin from the tap in the rear, which wasn't his fault.
Yep, definitely. It's good to see all the drivers continuing on and just see what happens throughout the race, because obviously anything can happen, and we've seen plenty of that happening.
That's it.
Oh, Quick Mick spun it again. He's gone around.
Oh, and so's Gear again.
I think Gear, you may have seen Gear doing that to avoid plowing into the back of Quick Mick into the side of him. And Unless it was gear that was spinning, I'm not too sure. But yeah, definitely there was some car spinning going into that chicane.
That's
But
it.
Whopper be on his last lap here. So it'll be 13 laps.
Whopper's starting his final lap now.
Controlled race by Whopper. He had pole but had a 1 grid penalty position. Was able to miss all the mayhem, I think, into turn 3 or 4 out of the chicane. I think he found himself into the lead, and he hasn't been bothered since.
That's it. Just GT3 game. He's doing quite well to get that spin, unfortunately. Here's the beamer of Tim Jack, the pole sitter. Quite a damaged,
sure we'll see
quite a damaged beamer.
Fairly.
His beast thing.
I'm expecting to see him pretty good, and this car in this feature race.
That's a lot of off power. That's no, he's got extra fuel.
He's got fuel.
He's got fuel. I thought he's.
Yeah, I thought the same. As Whopper's coming, waiting for him to come around the final part of the circuit. He comes up into turn 9. He's just got to get through this corner, and then the final chicane, the Jackie X chicane. And he comes out in front for race 1 of round 5 here of the Open GT3 Sprint Cup at Zolder. Congratulations to Whopper and the Darrell Lee McLaren. Finally, the tides have turned in their favour tonight, and we'll see if that can continue on to race 2.
Look at this.
Blue Falcon trying to hold off a late charging Commander Jim.
But Jim's still going to get the position due to time penalties.
Big drag to the line though, Darky.
That's it.
He's just going to be able to get it.
Jim
So
inherits
there
second
it
there.
goes.
Matty's-
Confirmation. But what's going to happen with all these other penalties? There's plenty of penalties down the field.
I think they'll all cancel out each other. Here comes GT game. Or could have been. Tim and Jack.
So-
That's not like he's had another spin there.
So that's a second, third position for the team, the Renault, the NVIDIA Renault. They came third at, as I said, at, oh sorry, I did say earlier where it was. It was Le Mans Bugatti with MT with Kemi, but tonight it's Blue Falcon.
Oh.
Oh, B-Stang, big moment as he's still trying to get to the end of the race. He's going to have enough time to get there, but Kemi,
I think he's finished.
it was a lap down, yeah.
That's it.
So we're just waiting for this man in the Ferrari to finish this race. He'll be disappointed, Darky, I think, B-Stang. He got caught up there in that lap 1 incident, I think it was, and that was sort of the end of it for him. So he had some pace in qualifying and in practice, so I'm pretty sure we should see that car feature in this next race very shortly. But there's the end result.
That's it. So Whopper takes the victory in the McLaren. Commander Jim, after having a spin at turn 1, fights his way back to get second. Blue Falcon in the Renault loses out to Commander Jim due to time penalties. Matty Seeking, what could have been if he didn't have that spin, but makes a good recovery in 4th in the Aston Martin. Night Havoc, another person with another recovery story tonight. 5th in the Porsche. Quick Mick could have been up there for that spin in turn 1, cost him in the Acura GT3 game. Another, that seems to be the cost of the thing. People having spins costing them. 7th in the Bentley. Tim and Jack, the pole sitter, finishes in 8th in the Beamer. B-Stang in the Ferrari, and Kami finishes out the top 10 here in the Renault.
Yeah, so we've been ANZCRL Combined Racing League. That's race 1 of round 5. We have got the feature race shortly within the next 5 minutes or so. So be sure to stick around. We'll just end the stream now, and we'll be back very shortly to get the last end of the qualifying session, and then the feature 45-minute race. So we'll see you shortly.
Bye.